Hi friends, it's Rabbi Briskin with a thought for Shabbat. What makes a good leader? This week's Torah portion provides two very different examples. The portion begins by providing the coda to the episode with Pinchas, which we read about last week. Pinchas is an example of a zealous leader. When he saw an Israelite man publicly cavorting with a Midianite woman, a relationship that God had explicitly prohibited, Pinchas took it upon himself to kill both of them. Pinchas is an example of someone who was so devoted to God that he would do anything to protect the word and will of God, even if it meant killing two people. A theological challenge from this episode is that Pinchas' act resulted in ending a plague that had killed 24,000 people, a plague that God had brought upon the Israelites because of the men's illicit behavior with Moabite and Midianite women. God praises Pinchas, gives him an inheritance of the priestly line, and establishes with him a covenant of peace, two great rewards for acting with such zeal and passion. The portion ends, however, with Moses concerned about the future of the Israelites. He knows he's going to die, but who will lead them? He asks God, quote, "Who shall go out before them, and who shall come in before them? And who shall take them out and bring them in?" Meaning, who shall lead them in all matters, and whom shall they follow in all matters, so that Adonai's community may not be like sheep that have no shepherd. Now, one might think that a decisive and impassioned leader like Pinchas would be the obvious choice. However, God chooses Joshua ben Nun. He was one of the scouts from an earlier portion who had the faith in the Israelites' ability to enter the promised land successfully. Unlike Pinchas, Joshua was not a zealot, but rather one who could be the shepherd of the people. He had the wisdom and strength, was incisive and measured. He could be a warrior and a diplomat. Pinchas may have inherited a special gift from God, but Joshua had the Spirit of God in him, and therefore he was the better choice for the next generation of Israelites. The Torah and the entire Hebrew Bible is filled with different leadership styles. This week's portion provides two: the zealotry of Pinchas and the inspired and measured approach of Joshua. A Pinchas type might be required in some situations, but for the Israelites at this stage of their journey, they need a steady, measured, and inspired leader, someone who provides that example, that model of how to lead and how to live that will inspire others. And so may our leaders be like Joshua, those who have vision and inspiration and can lead us to our promised land. Shabbat Shalom.